Welcome into the kitchen, everybody. Doesn't that look great with that Spanish paprika there? And I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. That light olive oil is perfect.
Great smoky aroma, right?
Yeah.
That beautiful smoke. Honestly, this is absolutely my favorite spice and or seasoning. I use their Spanish smoked paprika literally in everything, only because I like that great smokiness that it really brings.
Yeah.
Right? So what we do, we just flip these over one time, and these are already about done. So you're only going to look at it a couple minutes on each side, and then we want to just start taking these off. Now check that out. That is a beautiful, the color we're looking for isn't that bright pink that a lot of people think, right?
Right.
The color we're looking for is what we call opaque, and that is just basically the color of a pearl. And so that's the color we want to get on a lot of our shrimp, particularly the shrimp that we can get here, which is more times than not a Gulf. We want to get kind of that opaque color. That's how we know that it's not super overcooked. It's not going to be dried out and rubbery. Now check this out.
Do I need to take these off?
Not yet, not yet. I would wait. We want to cool these off just a touch. Obviously, that's going to be a little hot on the hands if you did them now.
Yeah,
but what we want to do is we want to talk about a couple of the other ingredients that are going to go on our flatbread. Get a couple more minutes on both of these. They're kind of off the direct heat a little bit. So this flatbread in particular, the shrimp pesto flatbread, again, the recipe, myhighplains.com. But this particular recipe, we've got the flatbread grilled. It's going to hold up pretty nice, right? Almost like a crostini would, right? Or a French bread, a baguette, yeah. Okay? We're going to smear that with just a little bit of our basil pesto. So if you want to do that, let's go ahead and start plating that up. So the basil pesto is going to go on. Yeah, be generous, and then just kind of smear that around. Beautiful, just like that. So now what you're going to look at is the oil that is in the basil pesto is going to start to oil that bread a little bit.
Yeah, you already see that kind of happen.
Yeah, and so that happens pretty traditionally because the bread itself is warm, right? So now we're going to oil the bread. It's going to get a good flavor on it. It's going to start to soften up the grill marks a little bit. And then we've got our shrimp. There's a couple more ingredients that we want to add. Any good flatbread is going to have some sort of a cheese on it. This particular cheese that we're going to use is an Asiago. I believe the recipe has Parmesan or Romano. You can use those kind of interchangeably.
Like,
yeah. But then there's this ingredient, Andy. So let's add a little bit of this.
Huh?
So these are the sun-dried tomatoes. I actually like to buy them in the jar, already packed in the oil. We talked about the oil that's already in our pesto a little bit, starting to come out. It does a great base flavor for the flatbread. Well, guess what? Those sun-dried tomatoes are going to do the exact same thing.
Okay.
You'll start to see a little of that oil leaching out.
Yeah, you've already got that.
Well, guess what? Bread and oil, every Italian's favorite, right?
So good.
So the bread and the oil, a really great flavor profile, a really great combination, but then check this out. The color looks great, the contrast, pretty good. The textures are contrasting a little bit because the pesto is going to be a touch gritty with the cheese in there. We got some pine nuts in there. Then we've got the sun-dried tomato that is now softened up a little bit in that oil. So we've got a different texture there. Then all we want to do is we want to be able to pull the shrimp off and add them directly to the top of our flatbread.
Okay.
I'm going to move this pan while you're doing that.
And I'll get to work on this, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll have it up.
We're almost finished.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.